All right, welcome back, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, and we are ready for a brand new lesson. Okay, so get your writing books, and let's get ready to head up. So today we are doing book 93, and the book is called Good Friends. Today's date is Thursday, January 7th, 2020, and we're going to start with a little bit of word work. Adding ER. Okay, so you can start writing. I'll just talk for a little bit. When you add ER to words, you're actually comparing things. Okay, so for example, Ishmael might be fast, but Kenan might be faster. Okay, so ER is just a way that you can compare words, compare things. Most times in most words, when you add ER, you can just add ER to a base word, a word that's saying by itself, and it's fine. But with some words, you have to do a little bit of spelling changes. So for example, words that end in Y. So I'm going to show you what I mean. All right, so you should have your books all headed up, and we're going to get started. Okay, so the first word I'm going to write up on the board is the word fast. So that was our first example. Okay, so like I said, I might say that Ishmael is fast, but Kenan might be faster, so we just have to add ER. Okay. The next word is quicker. So first we're going to spell quick, Q-U-I-C-K. To make it quicker, we just add ER. Next word is colder. Okay, cold, colder. All right, and the last word for this first section is the word lighter. So we're going to write the word light, L-I-G-H-T, and E-R. Okay, I'm just going to put a line underneath this first stack, only because the words that we're going to look at next are a little bit different. Okay. All right, so these next words, they end in the letter E, so we don't have to add an additional ER. So the first word we're going to write is the word cute. Okay, I'm going to write the word so you can see me a little bit as well. So, cute, C-U-T-E. So, one puppy might be cute, but the other puppy is cuter. But we're not going to add another ER to this word. We don't need two E's. We'll just add an R. Okay? Next word, if a banana is ripe, this is how you spell ripe, R-I-P-E. But if another stack of bananas is riper, we just have to add an R. We won't add another ER. And the last word that's like this, pale. We haven't been getting that much sun, so some of you might be looking kind of pale. Okay, but then someone might be paler. Now, with the English language, it's sometimes difficult to have a rule for everything because sometimes some rules don't apply. Okay, so this is just a case in which words that end with silent E, you just have to add an R. Okay? All right, so this next column is going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm actually going to show you an example. And anytime, boys and girls, if you haven't finished writing, just press pause. You can continue writing. Okay, so here I have the word happy. H-A-P-P-Y, and you see the happy ends in a Y. So one child might be happy and another child might be happier. So we can't add an ER at the end, okay? When a word ends in Y and you want to add ER or EST, you have to drop the Y and add an I, and then you can add ER, okay? So I have the word happy, crossed out the Y, add an I, and this is what the new word looks like, happier. Okay? So for these next words that we're going to write, they all end in Y. So we have to drop the Y and add I-E-R to make the ER. You ready? Okay, here we go. All right, so we did happier already. The next word we're going to do is hungry. Hungry and then hungrier. So first we're going to write H-U-N-G-R. But we're not going to put that Y. We're going to drop the Y and add I-E-R. Hungrier. Okay? Next word, we have something scary. But we want to make it scarier. So scarier. So S-C-A-R. But we're not going to put a Y. We're going to drop the Y and add I-E-R. Something might be heavy. Something else is heavier. So H-E-A-V. Okay, I'm going to drop that Y and add an I-E-R. And one more. Pretty, prettier. P-R-E-T-T. Drop the Y, add an I-E-R. Okay? All right, so we're going to do one more column. And in this last column, these are somewhat like CBC words where you have the consonant, a vowel, and then another consonant. But for these words, before we can add ER, we have to add another consonant. So they all have double consonants. So first word is sad. I want you to write that word. Okay? So I want to make this word sadder, but I can't just add ER. That would actually be sadder. That E will make this a long A, sadder. But I want to make it sadder, okay? So I'm going to add another D-E-R, okay? The next word is hot, H-O-T. I can't just add an ER because that will make it hoter, okay? So I have to add another T-E-R. And the last word is going to be slim. So I'm going to let you do it first. So make that slimmer. Not slimer. Don't make it slimer. Make it slimmer. Slimmer. So you should have had 2 M's. Okay, so quick recap. Let's do our ER words. Faster. Try to say it before me. Quicker, colder, lighter, cuter, riper, paler. Hungrier, scarier, heavier, prettier, sadder, hotter, slimmer. Okay, well done. All right, so now I want you to grab your book, Good Friends. Okay, and then we can begin. Okay, so this is a Froggy and Friends series. So remember, if a book is a series, there are more characters like this in other books. So there are more books about Froggy and his friends. Okay, so this book is called Good Friends. So I want you all today to work on the comprehension strategy providing evidence. What's evidence, Ms. Brown? Evidence is proof. Okay, so if you have evidence, you can prove something. So if this book is called Good Friends, there must be some examples in this book that tell us that Froggy and Duck are good friends. So as we're reading, I want you to get your spidey senses, your spidey ears, spidey eyes, and your spidey brains thinking about examples of the author telling us that Froggy and Duck are good friends. So I'm going to read a bit with you, and then you're going to read the rest on your own. All right, and if you see the closed caption button, it should be a CC at the bottom of YouTube. Click on it because all the words that I speak are going to come up nice and big. Okay, and you can do that for all of our lessons. Okay, so here we go. Poor Duck. She had a broken wing. Don't be sad, Duck, said Froggy. The doctor said your wing will get better soon. I know, Duck said. but she still looked unhappy. "What's the matter? Does your wing hurt?" Froggy asked. "No," Duck said. "I just miss flying." She stared up at the wide blue sky. "You're a frog," she said. "You wouldn't understand." After Duck went home, Froggy looked up at the sky too. He said, "I wonder." The next morning, Froggy got busy. He got a lot of balloons. He moved a chair out to the edge of the pond. Then he hopped over to Duck's house. "Come with me," he said. "I have something to show you." "What are you doing with all those balloons?" Duck asked. "You'll see," said Froggy. By the pond, Duck saw a big chair with balloons tied to it. "Why is that chair here?" she asked. "You'll see. Sit here," Froggy said. He was tying more balloons to the chair. He hopped on the chair with Duck. He tied on the last balloon. Then something surprising happened. The chair lifted off the ground. It floated up, up, up. So at this point, boys and girls, I want you to pause and read the rest of Good Friends, and I'm going to explain to you what I want you to do as far as comprehension and providing evidence. Okay, so you should have finished the book Good Friends, and remember, as you were reading, I asked you to think about evidence or proof that proves that Froggy and Duck are good friends. Okay, so now I want you to do a writing activity in your books that I get to see when I collect your books at the end of the week. Okay, so here's the activity. Okay, all right, get the pointer. Okay, here we go, writing. Froggy and Duck are good friends. Find evidence, and another word for evidence is proof or examples, from the story that demonstrates this. Okay? So at this point, you can write this down if you want, but basically I want you to go back in the story and I want you to find a part of the story. If you want to write down the page number where you found it, that would be great as well. But I want you to basically tell me, what does the book say that provides proof that Froggy and Duck are good friends? Do they do something? Do they say something? Tell me something that they do. Give me some evidence that proves that they are good friends. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me today, boys and girls, parents. I hope that this worked out better. I had to go hunting for this. We don't really have this at school. Hopefully I'll have to remind Ms. Haley that we need to order some more because we definitely need these. But this is a lot better than the whiteboards. So I hope that this lesson went a bit better, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a great day. Bye.